Hey guys, welcome to the second shadow work series here, The Magician. So I am so freaking excited. Okay, side note, I swear to God, when I do these videos, I come back embodying the energy from the previous video. It's actually super cool. And oh boy, did I just have to go through surrendering. So if you didn't catch the episode of The Fool, I highly suggest it, especially since that energy is in all of the videos I'm going to do. It requires surrendering, trusting your leap of faith. Okay, so check that out. But today we're going to be talking about the Magician. So maybe in your tarot readings, whether it's with me, you're watching them here on YouTube, you have a private one, you notice that the Magician energy keeps coming up, whether it's in the upright position or if it's reversed. Or maybe you're just super into learning about the law of attraction, or maybe I've been telling you you need to work on your conditioned belief systems. There's a reason you're here. I promise you this. Oh my gosh, this knowledge will change your life, you guys. So I have my notes here. Bear with me because I am going to be glancing at my computer. There's a lot of info here. I highly suggest you come back to this. I highly suggest you take notes. And this video is honestly a condensed version from all the information that's available in the 369 project. I believe it's on Amazon. I'm not 100% sure. I think so. I know it's linked in my storefront on TikTok, so you can find it there. Okay, the 369 project. It's really cool. And it's interesting because half the book is the information. The second half is a workbook, using the 369 method. I don't know if you know what that is. It's for manifestation. But yeah, do not sleep on that info, all right? So anyway, I'll give you a little condensed version though, okay? So let's talk about the Magician card first in general, right? When we're getting this in a reading, the Magician is going to symbolize manifestation, of course, alchemy at its finest, being the creator within, recognizing that you are a creator of your reality. It's using also all of your resources. The Magician is linked to all four elements. So whether, if you're a water sign, an air sign, a fire sign, an earth sign, it uses all of those elements together to really help create your destiny. It's all about the law of attraction. It's all about using skill, and it's all about remaining focused and also having that soul connection to your manifestation. It has to be for your highest good, and we're going to talk more about that. If this energy has been coming up blocked for you in readings, this would point to manipulation, greed, deception, maybe poor planning, not being connected to your why, wanting it for personal gain, I just want to be rich and have all the power. It would be that kind of energy. It being out of alignment with our highest good. It's just not for you. It's not in your contract. Wasted talent, that untapped potential, it's that. And a lot of it does have to do with our belief systems, which I'm gonna heavily focus on today, okay? So yeah, highly suggest that you guys take notes, come back to this, okay? It's gonna be great. Don't even worry. So this card represents number 1, okay? It is the number of new beginnings, new opportunities with unlimited potential. There are no limits with the Magician. All limitations are conditioned belief systems, okay? It's going to represent our connection with the 3D, the material realm, okay, Earth, and the 5D, spiritual realm, okay, what's meant for you, as above, so below. Get it? It works with that seeds of potential, turning them into a reality. So it requires a lot of creativity, okay? It is also here to bring your higher self into alignment in your day-to-day actions, and creating the future you want. We're going to talk about that too. Like I said, we have to be clear behind our why. It's not enough to be motivated by status, ego, success, money, whatever that is. And commitment is essential. Okay, so we're gonna start talking about kind of the law of attraction. Everything is a mirror. If you have worked with me at all, if you've watched me read on here, on TikTok, you've heard me say this. I know it. I'm gonna drill it into your head too, because it's just pure truth. It's known as the law of attraction, right? You attract what you focus on, and your current reality, trigger warning for some of you, is a reflection of what's going on within you. If you feel that you're not enough, you're going to meet people that treat you like crap to reinforce that belief system. You attract the state that you're in, not the state that you wish for. Okay, like I said, it's not enough to just wish to be better. You have to be soul connected to it. And a lot of it is done through feeling. Okay, we're going to talk about all this, I promise. So the only way to change the mirror is to change the person looking at it. You must take the attention away from what's going on outside of you and really go within and look at what's going on within you. Again, everything is a reflection of your dominant belief system. It's actually a beautiful gift because the triggers, the people, the experiences that are happening to you that are maybe unpleasant and full of adversity are showing you where you're not free. The step one, okay, the first step to freeing yourself to cultivate a relationship with yourself is to discover your I am. Your I am is pure consciousness. That's the God within you. It's your pure awareness. And when you say I am, you're forming your beliefs, right? So I am intelligent. I am smart. I am happy. What are you saying? If you're saying, you know, I am stuck, I am depressed, I am anxious, you're imprinting on your subconscious. It's also important to know, again, that the same I am within you is the same I am within me. That I am is God. We all have that creator within us. And I'm going to go into detail when we talk about consciousness and stuff. Your true self, your higher self, your highest vibration is pure love. That is God energy. The creator accepts all of us for who we are. And you can see it in everyone you meet if you desire it. If you're desiring to see people that cheat, lie, steal, backstab, you're going to meet those people too. Don't worry. Your limited self, your ego, they're the ones that define people through reason, through logic, through judgment. We're seeing things in people as good or bad. So it's not our thinking that's causing the suffering. It's our identification with the thoughts that create our suffering. Okay? So the truth is, what we desire already belongs to us. The future version, when you're sitting and you're like, okay, I don't know, I want to be, you know, a veterinarian. I want to, whatever your future idea is, I want to be in love. I want to have a family, whatever that is for you. That future version that you're imagining, your best self, is still you. Faith is knowing. All limitations are created illusions. The goal is to be reborn, hello, Scorpio energy, right? Into a mind that no longer thinks but feels. And we'll talk more about that in the next video when we do the High Priestess. But the key is feeling, okay? That's why you hear people like talk about like gratitude, right? Imagine yourself as what you consider the best version of yourself. You have the money, you have the love, you have the status, the inner peace. What does that feel like for you? Really, really take a moment to brainstorm on that. That's what you want to channel when you're manifesting, when you're trying to find your highest alignment vibration. Regardless of what your current reality is, you are that person that you're imagining. It can exist. I love that I get to be an example of that for you guys. There was a time when I was very, very sick, mentally ill. I struggled with depression, anxiety. I was a victim to my circumstances, and it all had to do with my inner belief system. The people, the places, the situations that are needed to get you to where they want to go physically will be presented to you by the universe. We'll talk about that as well when we talk about the spirit of harmony. But you have to let go, kill the old version, the former self of you, in order to recondition your consciousness into a new state. You can't exist in two states of consciousness at once. You're either one or the other. And that's that death energy in tarot that we see. That's that judgment energy in tarot, you know? So let's talk about consciousness for a minute here, okay? Consciousness can be broken down into three parts: the conscious, the subconscious, and the superconscious. Our conscious mind is the logical side of us. It's the reasoning. It's the part that's thinking. It's the part of us that's always trying to make sense of the world that's going on around us. Our subconscious mind is the controller of everything that you do, but that you're unaware of. So conditioned belief systems, but also like breathing, your beating heart, right? It's also really interesting because the subconscious is also extremely subjective. It believes and accepts what the conscious mind imprints on it. So I know that's a lot. Okay, like I said, and there's a lot more info in the book that I recommended. You can go and read about that. You can do your own like research as well for this, but it's not so much by what you say, but again how you feel, which is why in order to condition a new set of belief systems, we must do so through feeling, meditating, gratitude journaling, visualization exercises, love them, journaling even, okay? So the subconscious mind also impacts our conscious mind because of our conditioned belief system. So if we feel like, you know, I don't know, like an example, like something is wrong that somebody's doing, it's because we're feeling that in our gut, right? In our soul, like that's not correct. Your subconscious mind begins working before birth, and since you were born, it's been storing information, people's emotions, people's reactions, people's their conditioned behaviors, their belief systems, all of that. And it's really interesting, and this is the psychology aspect of it. So if anyone, you know, is in a psychology major, please feel free to comment below and share more info. But until the age of 6, we're really subconscious. We're hanging out in those delta and theta brain waves, okay? The delta waves are the purest connection to our subconscious. We access them when we sleep. Goals to access them when we meditate. It takes a lot of practice. I love listening to like guided sleep meditations to help me along and imprint on my subconscious, you know, repeating affirmations, things like this, okay? Our conscious mind wasn't developed yet when we were young, so logic and reasoning didn't exist. We truly didn't know right from wrong. We accepted everything in our environment as factual and right, which conditioned our subconscious. So if, you know, mom and dad had a certain, you know, level of belief systems, if they grew up very religious, this is what you knew as correct, and this is what you're going to believe. If you saw, you know, violence in your household, like that's how you knew to handle your anger. You know what I'm saying? So do some self-reflection there and really get to know your belief systems from when you were young. Until we were like 4, we couldn't even tell the difference between imagination and reality. We had a pure connection to our consciousness, to ourselves, and we existed in a world without any limitations, which was really cool. You know, some of us may have believed in Santa Claus. We didn't question it. If somebody told us to act like a superhero or a farm animal, we would have done so without any judgment. We were just going to do that, and we became that. And that is what you need to access. Just like I was saying earlier, how imagine the future version of you and that version is still you, so is that pure version of yourself. We have the power to transcend our beliefs by going within and becoming that version of ourselves. This can really be done through like inner child work for sure. I love inner child meditations. I remember doing them like while I was in the bath so many times, and they were really impactful. So your soul will know when you're ready to go into that. Just like, yeah, okay, so I said this, just like when you envision the future, that version of you, that childlike version of you is still you, okay? Look at me. You are still as pure as you once were. You are not tainted goods. It is not too late for you. I don't care what your story is. That's your conditioned belief system. I don't care what you've done. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what your environment looks like. I am a physical example that life can change, and I aspire to continue to be that, okay? So when you hear things like we're all connected, it's talking about the subconscious mind and the conscious mind being connected to the superconscious. That's the mind of source. That's the mind of God, of the creator. It's the center of energy within you. And that's what it's talking about, right? And so I kind of said that earlier, where it's like you desire to see what you want in people. You can find evil, you can find bad, you can find those traits, but you can also find the good in everyone, which is actually exactly how I'm able to do what I do. It's a wonderful, beautiful skill to be able to find that consciousness within people and love them there and accept them there, meet them where they are. When we are living in pure alignment and we are using intent to make choices that righteously align with our higher self, we have a clear pathway and access to that superconscious mind, to God's mind, to source. You can access it. Here lies all the answers, the connection, the support, the unconditional love that you could ever need. It's all within you. You never have to look outside of yourself again, but you have to be able to get to that point within yourself. You have to be able to sit with your thoughts. You have to be able to look in the mirror. You have to look at some hard shit to access it. But when you allow your ego to die, okay, and we're going to talk more about this in depth, you can understand that the universe is incredible. A meditation that actually that book had recommended to me, and then I've been practicing it. It's beautiful. It's called the Bliss Meditation. So look that up. There's a tutorial on YouTube if you're curious about that, but it's basically like a very fast track to access that superconscious. So let's talk about the spirit of harmony and a phrase called amor fati. Amor fati is a Latin term that translates in English to the love of fate. So it's a belief system, it's an attitude that basically whatever has happened in your life, yes, even the shit, even the trauma, even the adversity, it was good, it was correct, it had to happen that way for you to become who you are. It's having gratitude. It's the sacred wound. Again, I talk about this all the time. And the spirit of harmony is a law that says that we'll never attract a circumstance in our outer world that's not in our inner world. So we attract what we believe, right? And I understand. I realize that many of us, myself included, come from backgrounds of trauma. We've suffered maybe in early childhood, right? Where it truly wasn't your fault. No, you didn't deserve it. That's not what this is. This isn't about blaming yourself. This is about understanding that because of your conditioning and because of the belief systems that were imprinted upon you, again, when you can't even remember, okay, when you were a toddler, when you were an infant, when you were in utero, okay, hearing people's reactions, the environment around you, you were absorbing all of that. You were trying to make sense of the world. And I think it's really important for you to understand and just imprint on yourself, number one, that wasn't your fault, but it is your responsibility to look at and heal. You're breaking cycles just by watching this video. Be proud of yourself. So the spirit of harmony is going to consistently, like I said earlier, give us those opportunities, okay? Those experiences, including hardship, including adversity, obstacles to grow and break out of the lower vibration. Look at these situations as opportunities. They aren't negative unless you perceive them that way. Yes, you might be challenged. Yes, it might feel like things are going to shit outside of yourself, but it is because the universe is like, hey, heard you wanted things to get better. How are you going to react to this? The key is to accept all that comes your way as necessary for your own growth, for your own transformation. So whatever you're going through is meant to help you transition into the person that you want to be, into living your true desire. When you think about the highest version of yourself, are you freaking out? Are you, having, are you lashing out? Are you bursting into tears? Like there's all these reactions that you're being asked to like go within and find that calmness, that peace within you, and really go back to yourself, go back to home and ask your higher self, ask source, what do I do from here? Don't react when adversity hits. Pausing, is, oh my God, it takes so much practice. It takes so much practice, and we're human. So make sure that you also include some empathy there for yourself, self-forgiveness for yourself, but allow it to be what it is. No amount of worrying or complaining is going to change it anyway. You're just feeding the old vibration. So again, ask yourself, what is the right thing to do? Your higher self, the God within you, always knows what to do. I went to a crystal shop like last summer, and there was a lady there working, and she actually taught me a cool trick where she basically, like, you know, had me take like a deep breath in and out, right? Calm my nervous system. And it was actually in the source of like a crystal. She was like, hold this crystal and ask yourself, does this crystal align with me? Is this one that I want to purchase? And you can ask yourself yes or no questions like this. And so if your body naturally leans in, that's your higher self saying yes. And if it leans back, that's it saying no. And I've used this before, and it's really beautiful. It's really dope. And also, like, being able to catch yourself in like moments of freak out, anxiety, worry, stress, is rewarding, because it's cultivating like your ability to have like little to no reaction to hardship, which is just going to make you vibrate higher. It's going to help you achieve your desires. The moment you're reacting, like, and you're fighting fire with fire, you're lashing out, you're breaking down, you're allowing your feminine energy to have a complete meltdown, or you're allowing your masculine energy to either try to control, go into survival mode, or become very controlling or very cowardly, where we run away, is the moment that your former subconscious programming is winning. Okay, if you've also been with me, you know I like preach about balancing our masculine feminine energy. Currently at the time of this recording, I offer a personal reading where we look at that. It's called The Key to Happiness, and it's really cool because we give your masculine and your feminine energy, we all embody both, a voice. And so when we get to the High Priestess, the Empress, which are all coming up, the Emperor, the Hierophant, those are the next 4 videos, we're really going to be going into that. I also have a podcast that you guys can check out too, where I talk about those energies, okay? But anyway, again, you can only control your outer world by going within. Instead of why me, condition yourself to stop and ask, okay, what is this trying to teach me? Even traffic has a purpose. Maybe it's patience. Maybe it's to slow down. Maybe you're all jammed up. Whatever's happening outside of you, everything is happening within you. And the universe is loud. Everything's a sign. Everything's a mirror. So congrats, you get to be the main character. It's beautiful. Visualize, you guys. I need you to visualize your desired outcome and soak in the feeling of it all working out in your favor. That's how you imprint on your subconscious. That's how you lift your vibration. That's how you recondition your belief systems. You never have to be a victim again. Ask for what you want and be prepared to get it. So I hope that helps. That's just a little tiny information for me to put out there. So now you understand the energy more if it's coming up in readings and I'm just like, oh, you have this block or this untapped potential, or we need to work on your conditioned belief systems. This is what I'm talking about, okay? There's tons of self-help. Bless the internet, okay? You can go and find a bunch of stuff. I recommended the outline of the book that I really use to do this video and where my beliefs are focused. There's so much that you guys can do to take your power back. Again, you don't ever have to be a victim ever again of your circumstances. You are the creator of your life. Go and find that little mini God within you. Next episode, we're going to do the High Priestess, which is going to be awesome. I love the High Priestess. So stay tuned. Please do like, share, comment below, leave your feedback. I appreciate it tremendously. I love you guys so much. Have a good day on purpose.